If you're selecting a middle grade substance abuse prevention program, you can choose Project Alert with total confidence. Project Alert is in the National Registry of Evidence-Based Programs and Practices. This means administrators and teachers are able to easily know what the program can deliver, whom it can impact, and what effort is required to ensure lasting results. Project Alert is the best program of its kind. Project Alert works. It keeps low-risk non-users from starting to use harmful substances. It keeps moderate-risk experimenters from escalating substance use and helps high-risk users to reduce substance use. Project Alert is a 14-lesson program spread over 2 years. The 11 core lessons are taught 1 week apart, typically in 7th grade, followed by 3 booster lessons in 8th grade. Sometimes, health professionals from outside agencies and community-based coalitions partner with area schools to deliver the lessons.
It is a fun class to teach. I'm not just standing in front of the class and lecturing the children. There are all types of things that they do. We do skits, and they do role playing. They would watch the video and they would see a certain character, then they would play that character and they come up with different solutions. Also, we play games like the benefit game, the benefits of not using drugs. What are some of those benefits? The children really already know the answers, but to bring it out in the lesson helps us to move on to the next level of how to deal with it, how to deal with the pressures that are brought onto them.
Program activities focus on the substances that adolescents are likely to use first and most often: alcohol, tobacco, and marijuana, while the lessons are supported by supplemental strategies for dealing with smoking cessation, inhalants, prescription drug abuse, and other harmful substances.
Even if you didn't really know much about drugs, the book is set up so that in the back you can actually find out what you need to know in case you're not as up on the new drugs or things like that. If kids ask questions, you do have a resource to go to.
Each year, more than 20,000 middle grade educators use Project Alert's interactive teaching methods to achieve results. It's videos, guided classroom discussions, intensive role-playing, and small group activities work to motivate adolescents against drug use. The program works to establish non-drug using norms and to develop the skills and strategies needed to resist pro-drug pressures. Adolescents start using drugs primarily because of social influences from peers, parents, siblings, the media, and because they want to emulate behavior they view as socially desirable. Project Alert helps students resist these social influences by dispelling the myth that drug use is widespread, by providing role models for non-use, and by teaching students specific resistance skills.
The biggest thing that comes to mind is all the refusal skills, because the kids learn different ways to refuse drugs and alcohol, and they learn that if they do it and use the refusal skills, kids will leave them alone and maybe not bother them the next time. And the other thing that really works well is all the facts and figures that they give us, that we can show the kids how many people use and how bad they are for you, and what they can do to not use, and how the benefits of that too.
Project Alert motivates non-use by focusing on the immediate and social consequences of use, outcomes adolescents relate to. The classroom videos show slightly older teens discussing why they don't use and how they have successfully resisted pro-drug pressures. Research indicates teenagers tend to discount long-term risks and overestimate drug use among their peers. Project Alert counters the belief that everyone uses, with actual statistics showing users are the minority and with videos depicting successful non-users.
It definitely opens up their eyes, makes them realize that not all kids are using, and it's okay for them not to use, and they can make decisions on their own not to use.
Project Alert stresses how drugs can affect students now, in their daily lives and social relationships. Most adolescent behavior stems from modeling the behavior of admired others, particularly older teenagers who are close in age and understand their concerns, but have the authority of greater experience. The lesson videos in Project Alert portray older teenagers modeling, saying no, and displaying resistance skills. Students are encouraged to discuss how these teens resist pressures to use.
You want a hit?
No, no thanks.
The curriculum promotes student involvement and creates an interactive forum engaging students in the learning process. Techniques such as role-playing, use of question and answer formats, cooperative learning activities, and small group discussion foster student participation and reinforce skills. Homework assignments are specifically designed to get the parents or a guardian involved in their child's learning.
A lot of parents give us feedback saying that how it was easier for them to talk to their children instead of them just bringing it up, because now they had a homework assignment that they had to do with the child, and it made it a much more comfortable situation to talk about substance abuse.
Project Alert is carefully designed for today's busy classroom teacher and consistently receives praise for its ease of administration.
Everything you need to run Project Alert is there. It reinforces what you need to do, what you need to say, what you need to have on hand. It even tells you how to prepare yourself to deliver the messages.
It's really helpful that everything, for the most part, has a good script to it, and it tells the instructor extra information about everything.
Everything's there for you, and if you don't have something, you can always go online and print it off or get updated statistics for specific lessons.
It's very easy to use. Everything is laid out step by step for you. It tells you what posters to put up. It tells you what lesson for the video to do. It tells you to cut it off. I mean, it's very easy to follow compared to other curriculums that we have done before with the youth. It's very easy, and the kids love it as well compared to some of the other evidence-based curriculums we have implemented.
Detailed lesson plans include clear objectives, preparation hints, and stimulating activities that build on one another until a strong foundation of resistance skills is established. All the information and materials needed to successfully teach Project Alert are in one easy-to-use teacher training and curriculum package. The Project Alert package provides access to online teacher training, as well as 14 lesson plans, 8 interactive student videos, and 12 full-color posters that support learning goals. Project Alert provides an online teacher support center to help speed up lesson preparation by providing fast, easy online access to the support materials teachers need most often. Student handouts, drug information links, parent letters, prevalence of use statistics, a pre- and post-test, and a fidelity instrument. Materials can also be downloaded in Spanish.
The training is simple, online, straightforward. Well, once you have an E-code, anyone can be trained, and with the turnover rate in the schools, you know, we have new teachers every year. It's easy to just train the new teachers each year, and then we have more and more people trained and that can teach Project Alert.
By sharing access to online training, districts can train additional personnel free of charge. You can keep Project Alert in place when staff changes or grows. You can build a team of program supporters at no additional cost. Go ahead and offer training to middle school core teachers, SAP advisors, science, health, and PE teachers, counselors, nurses, community liaisons, and school resource officers. Additional copies of lesson plans can be downloaded free of charge. All educators who complete the training process periodically receive free print and video updates, a free subscription to the Alert Educator newsletter, and a certificate of training completion. A traditional training workshop is available at no additional cost for districts ordering 25 or more curriculum packages. Free training support and periodic updates to print and video materials are made possible by generous grant support from the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation. Project Alert is easy to adopt. It is a sustainable program that is proven to work.